Welcome to Angus Oink in beautiful rural Aberdeenshire. Let me tell you a bit about this business because it's a real success story for one. And the work that the founders, Scott and Malissa, have done with one over recent years is really interesting when it comes to their journey of scaling up. Now, this was a business that began really as a passion project and indeed still is, but is an increasingly successful passion project because they're now selling product in North America, in Europe. They're thinking globally now, but it all began originally out of their shed. Scott used to work in the oil and gas sector. Both of them have travelled the world. They have a real passion for barbecue food, hot sauces, all that kind of stuff. And so they decided, well, why can't we do it? So they started making their own product, originally from their shed. Now they've got this, a much bigger facility. That's where all the good stuff is made. And let me take you into the other bits of the operation because it's really cool what they've got here. This is their so-called barbecue store. And they are shipping products everywhere now. You can see these pallets loaded up with product ready to go out. This pallet is full of stuff that's going to go off to Amazon. And I hadn't really appreciated this, but this pallet is loaded up with product that's going to go direct to TikTok. You can buy product, even food product, from TikTok these days. And so Scott and Melissa send this direct to TikTok and they then do the distribution. So, things are changing pretty fast. On the topic of things changing pretty fast, of course, one of the big challenges, but also opportunities for all businesses right now is, well, how do you utilize AI to help your business grow? And the way Angus and Oink have been doing it in part is through label design. So this particular product, for example, has a label designed with AI. And this is something they've started doing in the last year or so. Now, first of all, can we just take a moment to appreciate Scott's incredible barbecue setup here? What a cool place to barbecue. Got some of the Angus and Oink product here that you may have seen on supermarket shelves. This is a fajita rub that is exclusively being sold in Sainsbury's at the moment. This stuff is going out in Tesco's at the moment. They also do things like food kits as well and a whole variety of sauces. And from speaking to Scott, I think what is really interesting is the work that one have done with Angus and Oink to help them scale up in a couple of key ways. First of all, Scott's been part of their mentoring scheme, which he's found really useful, just having those conversations with other business people who sometimes work in very different sectors to food and drink, but who can pass on quite universal business lessons about how to grow and scale up your business. But also, he was lucky enough to go on the MIT EDP. And it was fascinating just hearing him talking about the fact that every evening he would message Melissa saying, I've had a new idea. We talked about this today. Why can't we implement this for our business? Why can't we try that? And so just in terms of opening up your horizons, giving you new ideas, whatever business you're in, whether it's barbecue rubs, whether it's working in digital tech, life sciences, tourism, whatever, there are lessons about how to scale up your business that the MIT EDP can provide. And I know that is something that Scott in particular feels really strongly about. So I think what we're looking at here with Angus and Oink is not just a business that creates incredibly tasty products, but also one that is a real success story for the northeast of Scotland and for one.